Another day, another wonderful day, beautiful day. Get together, have conversation, get together, talk, get together, pull legs, break table leg them, and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Whew. I had a wonderful conversation with a friend just a couple of minutes ago, and deep conversation. Somebody I've known for some time, somebody I've known for a while, and we just talk about some things that will make me um. Okay, my friend, make sure see the volume. The okay. First of all, check. Make sure so they live. And yes, we are live.
Sometimes somebody I've known for a while.
Okay. First of all, the volume the okay. So for any person who watch, I don't know where you're watching from. Any person who go watch, I don't know where you're watching from. But again, let me thank you guys for everything you've done for Toridi, for everything you're doing for Toridi, and possibly for the things you're going to do for Toridi. It's been a journey. It's been more than 10 years. And in as much as it looks like we are slow, it looks like we are lagging behind, it looks like, what are they doing? To be honest with you, I am happy, I am grateful because every now and then you see how the work they pay, every now and then you see how they make progress, every now and then you see the impact, and that is just what we want. That is the biggest wish for us. So we are happy, yes. Now, why that want to say Mateo na thank you. Now, why that want to say Mateo merci beaucoup, gracias, asante sana. uh, I put up a flyer. I put up a flyer earlier today, and when I get Donald Trump for the flyer, when I get Paul Biya for the flyer, and after I put up the flyer, we me myself I go check again. I'm like, okay, what are you going to talk? What are you going to discuss? What conversations are you actually going to have about this? About these guys? Which you want really talk about them? Which you really did about them for discuss? Which you really did about them for discuss? The good thing or the one thing I do for that flyer, we Mrs. I be like, okay, at least I'm happy. I did not put some crazy title. I did not put some crazy whatever is the is the fact that I actually said what did I say? Leaders versus the rest of leaders versus followers. And then I use there's a reason why I use Trump and I use Bia, and I think so we'll get to that small time. Very soon we'll get to why I choose for use. I talk about leaders and followers, and then I use Nabia and Trump their picture for the flyer. For those who don't know, Trump is president for America. He was president 4 years ago, 8 years ago, and then he was kicked out, and then 2020, 2024. So maybe the president was 2016. For 2020, they kick it out. 2024, they vote it back again in. And again, for do it 4 years now, we will probably be in the last of a mandate. It will be now. It will be now the last of a mandate. Bia don't be for people president of Cameroon for like 43 years. Again and again and again and again, the people have voted him. Even when people felt like, oh no, no man no like you, oh no man no want you, oh no man no do this and that. At the end of the day, EDC end up winning election. Now it won't be a little bit funny, a little bit just like even Trump, right? So small people, somebody will say, oh the one, oh that one, oh maybe, oh maybe. But not change the fact that they be still president. So despite all the controversies, despite all the this, despite all the that, for some reason they still manage their way to the throne. They still manage their way to the seats. They still manage to win election. So I start asking myself questions. When I look at these people, I look at their achievements. I look at I started asking myself question, okay, what did happen where if you go online, you check online, you see a lot of people, you hear a lot of noise. You will hear so many things about these guys in. But at the end of the day, they always walk as they cross that line. Like, what did happen? What did happen with me and you don't know? What did it go on with me and you they ignore them? We some plenty other people in the way they need ignore them, and are probably the reason we every time we they get the opportunity, they probably cast their votes for these guys. They probably cast their votes for these guys. Wait be that thing. Wait be that thing with these other people they know with me and you no probably know. Wait be that thing. Wait be that thing about these people the way. It no matter how you bring evidence. You bring all kind of evidence, bring all kind of this, bring all kind of that. For last, people they see gravitate now towards them. Now, I need to do this video now because I endorse the people them, or I overlike these people them, or I over know these people them. No. I did do this particular video now because 1 second. I did do this particular video now because I just feel like mommy they always tell me that I go in every blessing is a curse, and in every curse there's a blessing. If some situation they happen, if something they go on, if some person they train, instead for you for sit and be like, oh, that person now will get her, oh, that person no. Instead, why all man they look at the way, you try to look at the other way. I read something today. I was just thinking, and I decided to Google. I decided to Google the word independent thinker. I decided to Google the word independent thinker, and you'll be amazed at what it says. An individual way it is, she don't analyze them based on facts the way they don't gather them, analyzing them based on people their opinion, analyze things on things the way they exist and all of that, and then try to come up with a completely different narrative, or try to come up with a completely different idea from the way the general public they look things in. But they always get one thing in mind. They go now for help build the community. They go now for help furnish the community with ideas the way if he actually take people go to the next level. That is something we don't really have in our community. That is something that is not even encouraged in our community. Our community, we always feel like, oh no, we 100. Once we don't talk say na so, all we do now the same thing. We grow for that place where Lord the way chief they don't make them wait all man on a joke for respect them and stuff like that. Like you just grow up here, say your family need talk with that family. You don't get no right for challenge. You don't get no right for us say the why they need talk. Wait till they happen. No, you just get for just jump for back. You two just get for jump for back and just start the follow. A lot of things, a lot of crazy things, a lot of funny things going on, a lot of funny things happening, and no man no get no rights. No man no get no rights. No man no get no rights. No man no get any right for make, let's say, you want to ask who, why, how, or any of those things. And no, you don't have to do that. But is that how life is really supposed to be? Is that actually how life is supposed to be? Is that how it's supposed to be? As in, Nasu Ide, that's it. No make pim. If you make pim, a problem. Me growing up, thank God for the way my make bring me up. Make me understand. Say I get forget the mind of my own. I get for think. My own way I want think. I get for make sure see I not be biased in most cases. I get for make sure see whatever thing I'm trying to do or whatever I'm trying to pull. NASA could just always make sure see it's positive. It's positive. it's positive. Always make sure you're doing just the right thing. Always make sure you're doing your best. Always just make sure you're doing your best. And I don't always be. I don't always stand. So when I see things the way they happen for the community, when I see things the way they happen around we, I don't just jump in there and just want to. I don't always be. I don't always around we. I don't just jump in there and okay, no, just follow the bandwagon. Nope. Like I said, I will try to sit and analyze and look, and then try to come from a completely different angle, contrary to which way most people they see them. That is what we actually need in our community right now. People the way they think differently. People the way they need just shit on. They need just shit on. Just conclude on okay this situation or that situation. No. People the way they shit on when things happen. It no matter how frustrated they feel, it no matter how down they feel about the situation, they always find that way. They always find that way for look and differently because they know and they believe. Saying that they think that will bring the good to one time for community. I title the show or I title the segment Leaders and Followers. Who they be leaders, who they be followers. How leaders they become leaders and how followers they become followers. Especially because we all were born at one point in time. Probably the field was labeled for all of us. Yeah, they would say, oh, the born one them for rich family, the born one for poor family. We don't see so many people from poor family where they don't rise to fame. I don't see so many people they born them from very rich and wealthy families where they don't just disappear like that. We don't know how they did today. So we cannot even sit here to say, oh, we never even sit down for you to talk say, oh, naturally in the work, once they born you for the particular family, now all that it means say you definitely make life. It means say you definitely succeed. Nope. We don't see so many people they born for very extremely wealthy family. They not do nothing. I don't see people there they born for extremely broke family. We don't see people they born for extremely broke family. Yet, now them be that people they way na game changer for community. Now them be that people they create jobs. Now them be that people they do this, they do that, they do okay. So technically for me, there is no now because the bonus when whether we succeed, now because the bonus when whether we fail. No, the born all we, and then at some point in time, based on the education where they give you for that foundational education where they give you decide if you want to succeed or not. And you don't only decide if you want to succeed or not, you decide a level where you want to succeed or not. That's just it. We don't see so many people there from small to really what they do. Start them a long time ago. A long time ago, what I started to read it. Long time ago. The dream came from that CRTV. Okay, why don't you see the man with CRTV? Why don't you see that man? Why me I never be for CRTV? Oh, why didn't he give people the opportunity to go for CRTV? Why CRTV the read news? They only talking about some one side kind of so many things. Now for the way I started doing my small analysis, small research, small this, small that, so the finally decided, you know what? If ever I go do something for bless my community, if ever I go do something to go help my community, I should create a media platform to educate, to inform, to just push ideas. Yeah, that was how Toride came to Limelight, and that was how we started doing Toride. And now plenty years days. I will continue for push. Leaders and followers, the born all we at some point that all will be small picking. At some point that always start grow. Sometimes there's we even go the same school. We even chop the same, go over the same village, chop the same. But at the end of the day, some people then just turn out for be leaders, and some of them turn out for be followers. Now, I don't want to jump in the conversation of okay, why do these people even do this? Does this person even understand to be leader, or this person even understand to be follower? Because that is one chaotic situation where they happen for the community also. We get so many leaders where they don't even know say they be leaders. I will get so many people who are supposed to be followers, but they force themselves to be leaders. I don't know if I'll be one of those followers where they force themselves to be leader, or am I actually a leader, but I underestimate myself. I need the one take that role. I need the one go for that position. Then I need the one really impose myself and carry out the, because in most cases the reason why you see some leader where it is denied say no be leader now because he don't want the responsibility. They don't want to jump into the responsibility because lead to him Gary. You understand? And then on the other hand, you see some person who be a follower. It is struggle for do all things for me. They say, nah, he be leader. He want be leader by all means. He want struggle for gather people. So one day will definitely succeed though. So one day they be born followers. They will push to an extent we will consider them to be leaders. To an extent we will consider them to be leaders. And that's also one day two way. Salome, my boss, I should be some who is watching. You need Nangmasa. Na early morning time this for na sites. It means you'll be 5 a.m. person. So for me, that's one thing. But today the conversation today was more about leaders and followers. Who they be leaders, who they be followers? Why is it important for me to draw the line between who is a leader and who is a follower? I know I'm getting to. I did a show one time, and we talked about the qualities of a good leader. I actually outlined what to make me. I feel like, what to make me feel like this person is a good leader. This person can be a good leader. I actually put on my right hand. I write a long list. This thing, that thing. Maybe one day also, we'll go do a topic on. We'll do a show on followers. So maybe the few people will watch, they identify which side they fall. Where fall in the leader category or the follower category. Now, one thing will be certain. Now, say we all are leaders. At every given time, we all are leaders. But my community, they feel like say, oh, leader actually means say, na we dey right for update, na we na president, na we na governor, na we na senator, that's what our community think. But if you go look at technically, we all are leaders. Leaders who are small domain them. The number of people that will lead and feel differ. Sometimes they even be you be leader where you need to lead no person, but you lead a movement, you lead an idea, you lead an ideology, right? So you are still a leader. And I feel like if people start paying attention to that, if people start really, she don't look at themselves and no, I'm also a leader, so I need to do the kind of thing. No, I'm also a leader, and why do I need to do the kind of thing? No, I'm a leader, and why do I should do this? People will start being more responsible, and I don't think so. If we actually start the seat, and every person knows, say, the community, they look upon him as a leader, for manage a small role, the small life we God don't give, for some way we go better with community, maybe people will change. And yes, now so I believe me. I believe me say all man for community, na leader. Because if you go look at the man for this small corner, he get a small 4, 5, 6 friend away, na the leader. The man for a small corner, he get 2, 3, 4 small chap the way, na the leader. The man for a small corner, he gets a 4, 5, 6 people that jangi me to way, na the leader. The man for a small corner, he gets small 3, 4 picking with the wife, we na the leader. The guy for a small corner, he get a saloon where he get like 12 people for the na the leader. The other man for a corner. And even that guy, the way they work for that salon with that man, the leader, and guess what? You go for their house, they get a small group of friends, or then they go school. So if you go look at technically, almost every person gets some responsibility, that leadership responsibility. Almost every person gets some flock. Almost every person gets something about them where it put them a little bit above every other person. So it makes them a leader. But until we start recognize these things, until we start accept, until we start believe, until we start be like, I be leader. Then maybe you start fit yourself for that leadership position, that position of responsibility. Now, on the other side, who then be followers? Technically, we all are still followers, right? We all are still followers. I listened to a video today, and this pastor will talk about, for your information, if Obama get Baba, and at some point in time, that Baba they say, yeah, Mr. President, bend your head so, may I change so, make so like it control you. Sometimes the human Michelle go looking so you see arrange the whole president for country, and vice versa. Sometimes I look Michelle, sometimes so we all the same way we all are leaders, we all are followers. Because at every point in time, you get some person you admire them, you get some person where you listen to, you get some person where the greatest men on earth, they get places here, they go, they get like them, they get this. So while we all are leaders leading in our different domains and different places, guess what? We all are still followers also, because for year I be leader, for year I be follower. When I go for my veteran group, technically I'm a follower because then I might be president for veteran. When I come off my veteran group, I come for Tuwide. Technically, I'm a leader over here because I may make the decisions for Tuwide, and I might run the program there for year. When I come over here, I go church on Sunday. Technically, for day, I be follower because we get person to lead the church. Now, if you break the church down, you can't have for men's group and the data or media department. Technically, now me I be head of the media department. It means at that point in time, I am more of a leader and not a follower. So, not so small thing and I just feel me like, boss innocent, salute. Now, so small thing and I feel like if we start figuring out, so small kind of discrepancies the day when they happen for community, Tuwide na who, and if you follow you, and if you follow Tuwide, and if you serve Tuwide, and if you, because if you are ahead, you just feel and say, once you serve Tuwide, it means you'll be follower the rest of your life. That's not true. That's not true. We'll come for year, you do work for Tuwide. We'll go for day, so other people they work for you. We'll go for the other side, we all the join work for some man. We'll come for the other side, so other people they join work for you. That is just how the whole thing is. You be leader for year, you be follower for day. You be follower for year, you be leader for day. The man a leader for day, he be follower for. So once we get that mindset of I can be a leader, I can be a follower, it puts you in that place where you are very okay serving people. Because now one of the biggest challenges we get our community, now one of the things in now you're here to talk about unity, you're here to talk about people coming together, you're here to talk about all of these things then. But it always be difficult to happen. Why it be difficult to happen? It be difficult to happen because people the only thing say, a whole me, I know if they follow the person. I know if they serve the person. People they always get out that mentality say, a whole me. If the man won't follow me, me say, like they want people at the point when you're supposed to be a follower, you don't want to be a follower. Now at the point when you want to be a leader, nobody wants to follow you. And that is why we have a very chaotic community. Yet they feel them when they don't understand what it takes to manipulate and be the leader over certain people. Them, Mr. Diman and Mr. Diman were using a flyer. You realize they do for it again and again. It no matter how we make noise, it no matter how we do this, it no matter how we do that, they'll always get a group of people there to follow them. They always get a group of people who will be loyal to them. They always get a group of people that will go do anything for them. Despite all these crazy things that we'll talk about them. Despite all these crazy mindsets we'll get about them. No be bad thing for be follower. Matter of fact, I hear say, before you want to be a good leader, you must be a very good follower. You mustn't be a crazy observer. You mustn't be person where you don't look, you don't follow, you don't learn, you don't follow, you don't learn, you don't follow, you don't learn. If you look at the wealthiest communities around the world, if you look at the richest communities around the world, You notice in a comment. By the way, any person you watch, can you just comment? I see a few people watching, but I don't even, and if you see the people that they watch, except for Innocent and my brother Ashu, or I don't see the other person. If you can just comment where you're watching from, it will make it easy for me, or it will make it good for me. I beg, just comment where you're watching from, please, 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 please. Yeah, please just comment where you're watching from. It will make it easy for me. Innocent, where are you watching from? My brother Ashu be some, where are you watching from? So this whole idea for I must lead. I know if be follower. If not me be the head and I need to join the group. If not me be I need now that one thing, and the one thing that we put our community will play with him. Because we get so many people who can be very good followers for particular domain. But they look at everything like a homie doctor this. They want to say a homie doctor this at the share to read the post. A homie Mr. This. They want to see me at the room for to read the studio. Want to say the interview. In the interview, me say we know. Now Anderson Cooper they get for interview me. Now Roy Junior they get for interview me. And actually broke and they go for this. I say, you never follow the person because they don't reach your level, your category, or anything. Guess what? Like, give me one session. Actually broke and they go for this site. Say, if you follow the person because you there above their level, and this and that. Now, so other man to take some corner, they look and say, and that's the reason why you see it's difficult to see people support one another in our community sincerely, honestly. It is just difficult for people that they show genuine love, genuine support to one another in our community, because everyone is just feeling like, this way the person they do am. Now me I begin for the leader. Why I want to go for a project where when I go for a project, I will bring some light for that project, and then now go finish benefit. Now you will people for community to celebrate them. That's just the reason why we are where we are. Nobody wants to stand for anyone. Nobody wants to support anyone. Oh man, if they want even try, am I doing a smoke on it? And things like that. But again, the leaders, the way they don't learn for being manipulative. The leaders, the way they don't learn which the people want them. They don't learn who be leader. They don't learn who be follower. Which be follower their interest. Guess what is happening? They're actually the ones who are seated up there and they're taking advantage of us. I had a conversation with someone and they asked me if I feel say our community get leaders. If I feel say our community get credible leaders. I say yes, our community get credible leaders. Our community gets so many leaders, whether young or old. The only problem we get for our community right now, I say the leaders they may even be credible, or the leaders they may be manipulative. I can actually just call them bad leaders. They don't manipulate people for things. Say every other leader bad, because for them to actually go ahead and do whatever they wanted to do it the way they want to do, just for them to go ahead and actually just be them. Do you understand? For actually live for the community and look like regular people, because they're bad people, they're bad leaders. They go for make me look at all man a bad man. You take some person like Cabral Libi, people just wake up, they push your name all over, say, it be CPGM this, it be CPGM that. It don't take 1 billion, it don't take. They just push them. Push them. Some people they believe. If you will pour beer, teen and they will have to tell you say about 70 to 80% of teen in the year about pour beer sometimes. A very fat lie. Very big lie so. But yeah, people they push them. So we don't, at the end of the day, build a community way. Life for year, life for day, life for day, life for year. And then it destroys now every person the credibility. Now we don't even know who for choose. And then at the end of the day, we use that to move for choose. We use that to move for choose. Hey, the man, I don't like he. It is so he really strong. It is so now the man be. Did we actually go into them, look at them, observe them, pay attention to what they have been doing, what have they have been saying? Did we actually dig deep into them to verify, to find out if these guys are actually the leaders who want to force them to be? We complain every day, we cry every day, we get leadership issues. We don't really have good leaders. We don't have this, we don't have that. But guess what? Now me and you be the problem for the leadership issue work at time. Some persons say, pay attention to every leader where God gives some community. It is actually a community. So while you sit there and you feel like, oh, see Pobia, hey, maybe that. No. Pobia is actually a reflection of the community. That's the reason why, whether I like it or not, it is true votes. Now, somebody tells you, oh, they thief the votes, they do the data. Who they thief the votes? That's still me and you. We'll thief them. We'll give them for you. So if it was transparent, clean, and clear, now they vote, that's still me and you vote for it. If we say, oh, the rig election, or it thief election, who the rig and thief election, that's still me and you. So pay attention to the leaders we have. That is just who we are. What I'm going to notice here, so many people used to comment for to read the page, they need comment again. So many people they follow to read the page, where they will come here sometimes or they live, they'll go back and forth, they'll talk this, talk that. So many of them, I don't hear them again. I intentionally block all of them. All of them, more than 100 and something people. I'm talking about people who have grown up with friends, them family, people that know them with story there, so that get their numbers, so the story and everything. I block all them. Because at the end of the day, there was a reason why we created this page. There was a reason why we made this platform. We are building this platform. And if the people, the way they get for follow, they know they respect certain ideology, they need to respect certain terms, certain policies about the page, then you need to leave and make they stay. You keep them out, you stay with the few where they understand what we try to do, and then we build with them. Rather than keep a bunch of people the way, they will make you someday, me too, I don't start to coach people on social media. Innocent go look me so say laugh, say grandfather, I never ever see you, so I say massa. Because you're there, you talk for talk something, for establish some fact, or for clarify something. So man, they will comment section because he know you, because you're not a friend, because he call you, answer a phone. It is just talking rubbish. Before you want to know, me too, I don't turn one way. So that I will come here, I will coach people them. They will coach me in comment section, I will coach and this and that. At some point in that, I start feel very okay with them. I start laughing about them. And then I can't ask myself, but that's not you. What you're trying to do, instead of you being the leader, you're actually trying to reflect the people that they follow you. And the easiest way, I started warning them. I warn them one day when I stop them. I just decided, you know what, anytime you do them, till today, any post, I even go this on there, I see comment section, I see if you don't coach your man, I just block you. Because at the end of the day, there is what we are trying to do, and we must reflect that. Whether as a follower or as a leader, we must reflect that. If we need to reflect that, we are wasting our time. And if we come here every day, I talk about building the community, and at some point in time, Namisis had a struggle to tear down the community. Maybe because of man making me vex, maybe because of man do this, maybe because no, it never work that way. So the better thing we do now to move all the people in, where they need to align with the vision, where they need to align with what we try to do. All that people the way na distraction. All that people then they can't create that diversion at every point in time. Kick all of them out. Maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, when we don't establish to read the way we establish them, then if we unblock all the people, then if they want to follow again, fine. But at that time, they don't. So we all are leaders. We all are followers. At some point, you lead the golden way. At some point, you follow for this side. No shame for be follower. No shame for be follower. And when it comes also for you for exercise your leadership capabilities, don't hesitate to grab it and run with it. Like I don't talk. Leader no means you will get follower. In most cases, leaders are already leaders before they even start get followers. You need to get followers before you become a leader. No. You are already a leader, and then people they start following you because of the things that you do. Barack Obama was not born president. He was born some Barack Obama guy. And then because of the ways, because of the things that he do, because of the way he carry himself, because of this, because of that, now we community endorse it as a leader. So you take Jiggy put on for chair, so now you be president now. That is the same mindset you're supposed to have. So whether you're a follower at some point in time or you're already leading, John knows say you can be a follower. At some point in time, we look up to you as a leader and we look up to you as a follower. Mostly for people they were followers. Or where you should not for that place look at yourself like, oh, I'll be follower. No, you're not just a follower, you're a leader. Because by the way you do things, so many people, even for the group when they follow, they start be like, it never happen with you. You go for some group, for some place, you get 40 people when I come together every Saturday. For that 40 people, then all man will be your friend. So one person do the way you just observe it, the way they do it in there from the first day we come, the way they make, the way they do it here, you just realize say you start to gravitate towards that person. You start going towards that person. Before you want to know, you don't get the person number, the person don't get a number. Before you want the person get baby shower, you don't go attend. So at every given time, at every point in time, carry yourself like a leader. Whether you already lead, or man knows you lead, or whether you feel like say you be follower, bro, just carry yourself like a leader. That is what makes us responsible. That's what makes us feel like, because some person asked me the other day, say, Besako, what if it really happen way? What if it really happen way? People know the power of their vote, yet they will go take sardine and bread and then go vote for some person. We never give them anything for the longest of time. I tell them, say, you know, things that people don't even understand the power of their vote. If they understand the power of their vote, they don't do them. Generally, the way life works is every time you're about to make a decision, you intentionally compare your options. Whether you do them in a split second, whether you do them as fast as no man even think, there is always that moment where you compare this and this, or you consider this and this. So if they bring bread and sardine for some person, and then they tell you, say, hey, if you vote for we, take the bread and sardine chop and then go vote for we. And then the person take the bread and sardine chop and then go vote for them. What do you mean? It means say this person will even bring the bread and sardine, no very well say this person will probably vote for me. By the time they give the bread and sardine, the person make the decision, say yes, and also other people then they will have to vote for, but I don't go vote for them. I go vote now for them and give me bread and sardine. So if these people they actually look at themselves as leaders, because they're actually leaders, they're not even followers. Now the reason why that people they can't give them bread and sardine, because they know their power, they know their role, they know their importance, they know their influence. Now why other people they can't give them something, say vote now for me. And then when all these small leaders, the way they feel say they be followers, they put their power together, and then vote for some particular person. Then that person actually. There is nothing on earth like that man be the supreme leader. No man will be shaking, no man. Nope. It only happens when a people don't even understand what leaders are. That is the only time. That is the only time it happens. When the people never really understand, see, when we talk about leaders, we are not only talking about that person for update. We are talking about every other person, because now that small role then You dey lead for here, I dey lead for here. The man dey lead for this, the other man dey lead for here. Now he make that person who they call it a leader. Besides, the person a leader today, for some other domain, he be follower. For some other domain, na the man be leader. For some other site, na the man a follower. Put yourself for that leadership position all the time. Wear that leadership hat every second of the day. And when you go out there to do things like you are actually the one leading the community. That is why I do what I do with Turidi. I come out here and talk. I come out here and share. I try to bring people on so they can talk. I try to bring people on so they can share. I just continue for the do me. Because deep inside my head, I know say my name na Nasako. My name na Nasako. My name na Nasako. It means say leader. I don't need a crown. I don't need an endorsement. I don't need some person who can validate me. I don't need some person to clap for me. I don't need some person to encourage me. All I need now for me for recognize it. Hey, you were born a leader. You are a leader. So do leader things. So I started finding leader things I would do. Okay, what can I do? Okay, I can organize this person and this person. Oh, I can hook up this person and this person because in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, it will benefit our community. Oh, another call him and him. What's the man they do? Oh, have you heard the people that will do their project? Like, I look at myself as a leader, whether I have followers or not. Whether I have following or not. And when it comes to follow also, when it comes to supporting other persons, when it comes to investing in other people's projects, I don't hesitate. I could make suggestions. I could talk sometimes very, very young people. I get people there, they call, yesterday, some people they call me le vieux. Le vieux, j'étais admiré. Quand on a fait le programme d'énervement, je te regardais comment tu travailles, tu étais tellement sérieux. This is a young man I met 6 months ago at an event. He was emceeing the event, and I looked at this young man and I was like, damn, I really need to work with the Peking. I need to work with the Peking. And then they announced the Peking come Africa. But don't give me high blood. So breaking news don't increase to 52 teams and increase registration to 2,800. What will be your thoughts? Bro, I don't understand. Bertolucci, I don't understand what you talk on that. Breaking news don't increase to 52 teams. I don't understand what you're saying. Bro, if you will clarify me, maybe I'll address them. Oh, NVT. Oh, NVT don't increase to 52 teams and increase registration to 2,800. What will be your thoughts? NVT don't lose some already. NVT don't lose some already. Why increase it to 52 teams when the 40 teams that they need to manage them? Why increase them for 52 teams when Cameroonians didn't even feel the competition, like they get grasp over the competition? Why increase them to 52 teams when it's fun, it's good, but a lot of things been missing. It seems like they're just looking for a way to make money because we multiply 52. If we multiply 52 by 3,000, it will give us about 158,000. You give us about 158,000. 158,000, which they don't do other, which they do other money, which they don't do with other money and things like that. Now, the gathering, fine thing. The whole so many things that they have say they need for restructure, fix them before they start thinking about expanding. 52. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I think I'll dig more on that, and then maybe I can have a conversation. But for me right now, I feel like NVT is actually a very organized chaos. Right now, that is how I feel about it. Yeah, I feel like right now, I feel like MVT is an organized chaos. And for them, for increase our 52 teams and then increase registration to 2,800, it's not making any sense. People are not having the fun we used to have. The goal for this competition didn't I say Cameroonians for Arlington, Cameroonians for Dallas, Cameroonians for Maryland, Cameroonians for Cameroonians for they get to come together and play football. Other Cameroonians them. So 200 on the train for una corner, una can't show you for here. 200 on the train for day, una can't show you for here. 200 on the learner for una can't show you. All of a sudden, you don't see veterans playing. Veterans who on a regular day they go training. You need to see them play. So they don't lose them. Now it don't be like a money-making venture. If that is the goal, if that is what they wanted to do from the inception, then finally they continue to make their money. And that's just the thing. When you have a group of persons who feel, man, I'll talk that one. Yeah, I'll do a show for actually share my deep thoughts on how I feel about NVT. Fortunately, I start playing NVT for Atlanta. I think that was the first edition. I started playing for Atlanta, and almost every team will become they will bring veteran player them for community. Now we are not even saying that they should not bring in players from other communities. No, all we are saying is una regulate them for where we will see how our community will continue benefit from everything about NVT. Yeah. Una regulate them for where we will see how our community be involved for every level. If then I don't see me any. They don't increase our 52 teams. They don't increase our 52 teams. The complaint will be complaining last time about the finals and how it looked like a foreign final and things like that. Have they fixed that issue? Are they planning to fix it, or they are like, we not care, maybe they continue to spend money? An average team for NVT they spend 30,000. An average team for NVT they spend 30,000 for good competition. So 52 teams. How much you will spend? I might do the math. Now give me 1 second. So if an average team they spend if an average team they spend 30K, who multiply now by 52 teams, 1.5 million. I mean, I do what I talk and I just the team general spending for the team. We want to calculate how much individuals will spend again. Round. We'll burn about probably 50 million during that one weekend. Yeah, that one weekend we burn about 50 million. The question is that 50 million, how much of the money did go inside our pocket? How much did we ship to other communities? Yeah, so we'll definitely talk about MVT. I don't know when, but then we'll find time. We'll talk about them. We'll get 12 minutes for go. Leaders and followers. I had a conversation even this afternoon. I was talking with someone who used to be part of the MVT X school, and he complained with Jobin that he don't like the way the X school work. A small group of people looking to just close things down, looking to just hold, I don't know me. I know our community people they always complain. Yeah. Right now we feel like its success is big, it's huge. But like I said, personally, I feel like NVT na organized chaos. He therefore play a because he na some over serious management, over also the organizing community. No, now just say that culture of football would already be established. And then amongst the people, them friends, it already be established. And then amongst them, they will already get people the way, okay, you know what? Would you find way if we come over for house, just go for some different city or some different town, You go spend that weekend and things like that. Yeah, that's it. 1 million for that 3 days. And no, you when I want to participate, the teams are nothing. Because I think first man the money are like 2,500 or 5,000 or whatever. Like the amount of money, I know team there they spend like 70,000 for NVT the year we pass. I know team there if you want to calculate all two they spend them, they spend like 70,000 the year we pass. Not the reason that why I talk so we get leadership problem for our community. Now the reason why I talk so we get leadership problem for our community because you want talk now to tell you how oh now Dr. D man they do this, oh now Dr. That man they do this, oh now but these people cannot really sit so long as them they need spend, so long as them they gain small, so long as them they gain some, they are okay with it, they are fine with it. They just continue to push the idea. But a visionary, a person where it think differently. NVT. Okay, my brother say Houston spend 100K for win how much for win waiting. So imagine say one team spend 100K. And I still spend 100K, so I know the other team then to their ambition here and spend 150K for win waiting. They'll tell you say bragging rights and this and that. If we are talking about a community we care about, if we are talking about a group of people who came from a place where there was nothing, if we are talking about, guess what? If we are talking about that situation, the way it means say, oh Jesus Christ, we can do better. We can do far more better than we are doing. We can do far more better than we are doing. You see, guy, person 35, 37, 40, even if even play NVT when a Cameroonian. Wait to be the intent of the competition in the first place. Now I know saying so live there. When I feel make plans and so one do the thing, and then when I reach some place, when I start go the other way, it is very okay. It is very okay. But guess what? Una no exaggerate them. Una no exaggerate them. Una no exaggerate them. Leaders and followers. So for conclude on this topic, we all are leaders. We all are followers. All you need to do is just continue to act. I prefer just continue to act like a leader at every given opportunity. Even when you look like a follower, deep down inside you, remember that you're a leader. Remember that whatever decisions you're making, whatever actions you're taking, whatever thing you're doing, whatever place you are involving yourself in, whatever thing anything will happen, always just think of yourself as you're making a decision that is going to affect other persons. You're in a position to say something that will affect many other persons. I met someone yesterday and we had a conversation about Arlington Veteran, and he told me about the video where I do and this and that. That person get so much respect for me. I get so much respect for you also. He look me inside my eye, tell me say, Sako, you know the power where you get and so. He said, you know the power where you get and so. He said that day we do that video for 2 weeks. No man, no sleep. He said all side we go now that conversation. He said the worst now say I promise I will come back with part 2. Say and that part 2, I not only talk, I will call name them, I will present pictures and did this and that. He said for 2 weeks. Ingadele looky the lookinga. Ingadele looky the lookinga. Saying as he say which be a relationship with Nasako. He say Inga say wait to be a relationship with Nasako. He say, Papa, I beg you, next time, just be careful. I know so you manage in some way, but I beg you, Papa. John knows so if you open your mouth to the community could broke to have. I be aware. I know the power I get them. I know the influence I get them. Now the reason now I do that video, you know, hear me, I call any man. I don't call no man in name. The most I will do, of course, of person say president, or of course, of person say secretary general, or of course, of person say coach, or of course, of person. But guess what? You know we coach, you know we president. No, you need for be inside the milieu for know the person the way they talk about them. We mean say whatever thing I'm talking about, you cannot tell me no lie. All two are talking are true. And then even on TV, they I come on no, now the way the people already discuss inside the group and every other thing. put that one for corner. What I was just trying to say is every time you go out there, look at yourself like a leader. Look at yourself like a leader, carry yourself like a leader, talk like a leader, speak like a leader, act like a leader. Everything when you do, always get on the back of your mind, say, it will influence our community one way or the other. So many people feel like the only time we'll get change for community now when we'll get good leaders. Leaders as in president, this, that, wait. That is when we'll get change for our community. No. If we never get a leader mentality mindset, where you look at yourself and you see, say, this thing is your responsibility. Now my responsibility for not throw the thing for down. Now my responsibility for see so other man don't throw that banana for down. I pick and put it inside trash can. Now my responsibility for tell someone say, hey, no do. Now my responsibility for remind some person say, hey, we need to be for that meeting on time. Now my responsibility for say, hey, they say the event is start for 7. We all be for them on 7. Maybe say some man will come and then some other man they call. It don't start. I bet if he start send me message and things like that. Leadership mindset. Until you start look at yourself as a leader, then you will realize sideways you even go, and you realize it be very, very possible. The day when you start look at yourself like leader, you realize say your destiny and everything then have in your hand. Yeah. You realize you don't really need to rely on people. On the contrary, they rest everything then have in your hand. And I saw you the push, and I saw you the broke road, and I saw you the go. Now, so as you do what you do, people will follow you. Like I said earlier, no be leader they make people. Now people they make leader. But guess what? Before people want to make that leader don't show leadership qualities. Now you make the people they validating and say now you be leader. But if we community don't even understand the concept of leader, how to even choose leaders, what be criteria for good leader, how you think so we'll go make the right person leader? Now they reach away for 43 years, we'll get another Oga for day. Because we don't even pay attention to these things. We just feel like say, oh no, I don't even know quality for a good leader. Once community don't to move presence of man, I just jump behind the man, also I support the man. You're not going to be so. You have to take your time, do your research on leadership. You have to take your time, do your research on past leaders. You have to take your time, even get a role model in a leader. Now, only when you know where you feel correct, now only when you know where you feel fix. If you don't know, you never even recognize say some problem there. If you never ever sit down with yourself, get that conversation about who is a leader. What is our community like? What does our community look like? Why our community there for years? Now, which kind of leader we have our community? If you never sit down, get that kind of conversation with yourself, you can never make a good decision on who can lead our community. A good reason why Jangi has the wrong leader. There was some group where some leader they will even take members them go for court. But the election, I hear the post, he criticize Pobia, he criticize him, I didn't read the man he post, I'd be like, damn, this guy for the warrior. As you don't be for day, you know one first of all come out, they accuse you, yes, you don't chop money, they accuse you take your member there for your meeting. You drag them go for court. You take your member of your meeting, you drag them go for court. Yet you feel like you can have an opinion on Pobia or about Pobia. How did we get here? Because we the people, we don't decide say we don't want to do any small research. The person can tell you who will follow, why we go follow the person and things like that. 2 months before, they will just jump. Hey, no, 2 months, no, more just find any man just choose them. And I saw them go again and again for 43 years. Thank you very, very much for watching. I felt like I needed to just remind my people, remind you, remind me, say, there is nothing like leaders or followers. At every point in time, we all can be leaders or we all can be followers. Today you be leader for the domain, you lead the people them, or you lead a project, or you lead an ideology. Tomorrow you are actually a follower. You follow some other leader, you follow some other person, you follow some ideology, you follow. Another day you be leader for year. For morning, you there for class, you teach beginning, now you be leader for that class. For evening, when I attend staff meeting, now your principal be leader. After that, the next day, your principal go attend ministry meeting with you. For dinner, now you be leader. So at some point in time, everyone is a follower and everyone is a leader. The worst mistake you can make, which is something I've seen that is common with our community, is to feel like, oh, I'm just a follower. Once you start feeling like you're a follower, just a follower, you kick away the responsibilities of the leadership, of leader where you carry them. Anytime you just start looking like, oh no, I be just follow me. My own Afujoka, she don't listen. My own Afujoka, you actually strip yourself of that leadership responsibilities that we get them. If you look at this person, yeah, this person is a leader for the group, but I be leader of my own small domain. If they say now you be timekeeper, do and they say you are a leader. Do and they say a responsibility. Do and they say a task where it contribute to make the whole. But if they say you be timekeeper, you just after I be timekeeper, nobody really be important. You see how we'll start getting lapses for that side, and then as a community could go down. Everyone is a leader. None is a follower. None. That follower mentality, that follower term, that follower mindset, not just something where some people they coin them for make you feel inferior, so they feel manipulate and use you the way they want to use you. You are actually not a follower. You're actually a leader. That's the one thing I really like about America. Democrats, they will say, oh, our ideology this, our idea this, we no go hear nothing. 8 of them, they break away from that. No, that's what we'll do. Now so thing they ever happen, they go. That is a leader mindset. That is a leader mindset. It's about the whole. It's about the community. It's about we all. Maybe about some, and they would impose and one just break table. Every time you start looking yourself as a leader, trust me, you start to feel different. You start to feel the weight on your shoulders. You start to open up and see the responsibility the way you carry them. You start to feel like, oh, I need to provide solution for the problem. That is the leadership mindset. Leader their mindset and say, hey, this situation, I need to provide this situation, I need to provide solution. Every time we look at yourself as follower, you shift the responsibility from you. You feel saying that the other man gonna solve the problem then. Oh, me I go solve. I didn't find solution. Oh, me I go solve. Me that other man find solution. Oh, be my problem. Me the other man find solution. That is what happens. That is what happens when you decide to look at yourself like a follower. But when you look at yourself like a leader, when I lost match against Congo, you cry. You don't care what I friend they say, but you cry because you know say we lost the game now because of me. I don't give 500%. That was what happened in 2000 and 2002 and even in 1990. We had a team of players. We had footballers who every man we know say na he be leader for team. When they come together, that nyak, that Henley, when they go out there, song the one chop man, it told the one feeling with you. Woman, it one chop. I even make them. That team will all man be the fear. Nowadays, we get a group of persons. Oh, Nina, me, I be just follow. Who be me? I be just baleba. Who be me? I be my owner was shit for bench. Who be me? Now, their team made a career. That's why we are not doing anything. Again, thank you very much for this live. I need to rush somewhere. I need to chop some fufu and soup tonight. I want to go for some place to do it to Afidua. By the way, for those that watch playoffs, final Nigeria, Congo, how I feel. I had a conversation with someone and I was telling them, hey, Congo, they are not here by chance. If you look at their trajectory from Nations Cup to other competitions, qualifiers, and every other thing, they've been wonderful. They just full week, they don't know for dance, they don't know for dance, and sing. No, All this time they don't play football. Congratulations to my Congolese people, especially because I have a wonderful relationship with them. I have this project I'm working on for about 4 or 5 years now with Dispensation Investment Group and iLead Global, where every year, twice every year, we come together and it's about 150, 200 to even 500 Congolese. Like if I want to count how many Congolese they meet up every year, it's about 500. And every year, new faces. It's a group of people who are building. It's a group of people who are doing wonderfully well. They invest in themselves. They invest in almost everything around them. So it not change me say Congo beat Cameroon and then beat Nigeria. Life not about investment. And for me, when I heard the score, can't watch the game. When I heard the score, I just laugh. I just talk to myself, say, wow, the God of football don't do them. Apparently, going forward, any country will not be organized. Any country will need to invest. Any country will need to do it to respect the rules of football. Sorry, gone are those days when you just sneak around and make Koni can carry Nations Cup or go participate for World Cup and things like that. No. Moving forward for you for take part for World Cup or for Nations Cup or anything, you'll be in a country where you invest in your football. If you don't invest in your football, if you're not organized, you don't respect the rules of the game as per FECAFOOT or CAF or FIFA, just don't waste your time. You'll get humiliated every now and then. My last message go for Osimhen. Dear Osimhen, if you don't win the Nations Cup in 2026, you'll regret it. It's probably your last chance. For me, if you ask my opinion, you need to do everything to win the Nations Cup in 2026. I think so you return 27 or 28 for December. It means in 2 or 4 years, probably get that energy, probably get that power, probably even get that influence like you get that now. Personally, I feel like this is Osimhen's peak. And if there's one thing he needs to do is to win the Nations Cup. Nigeria didn't participate in the last 2 World Cup. They didn't participate for the last one, and the one they don't participate. Nigeria never win any major tournament since you started playing for Nigeria. The last time they won the AFCON, it was with the Mikel Obi generation. So if Nigeria not win Nations Cup for 2026, it is catastrophic for the Osimhen generation. It means not only did they not qualify for Nations Cup, for World Cups, for Nations Cup, yeah, they don't play third place, they don't play finals, but you only get celebrated when you win the AFCON trophy. Now, we don't get Lookman, African best player, we don't get Osimhen, African best player, but those are individual trophies, those are individual rewards or awards, you understand? As Osimhen, you have to do something for that country. The same thing when you talk for Andre Onana. If Andre Onana no win Nations Cup for 2026, that's it for him. He will be the worst goalkeeper where Cameroon don't ever get him. It will be the worst. There is no way we are going to mention him anyway. Because whatever thing we win, I don't know if you don't ever win anything, now for Europe, now for some people then. For you for make impact for Cameroon, you get for win with something. Now for Andre Onana to talk now. You win with World Cup or win with Nations Cup or win with Olympic, win with any major tournament as the goalkeeper, then you write your name too for that play where Ondua, their name the day, Thomas Nkono, their name the day, Alun Buka, their name the day, Idris Carlos Kameni, their name the day, and many others. Osimhen, Andre Onana, 2026 now our last chance for proof for Africa, for proof for our nations, so we'll be great footballers. When I don't win on individual titles for wherever when I don't win them, when I don't win on individual titles for whichever club when I don't play for, when I don't play for all the biggest clubs in the world, whether than Napoli, whether than Manchester United or Inter Milan, that is for Una. Until Una win Nations Cup or World Cup or Olympic gold with a national team. Sorry, Una no go ever enter that name, that list for African legends. We say football legends in Africa. Mind you, we get players, they get 2 Nations Cup like Jeremy Njitap, Etame Maye, Patrick Mboma, Rigobert Song. We even hardly really mention them as legends. So with the beg when I'm gonna win just one, and if we add on a name for the list of African legends. So yeah, I just wanted to make that last remark. If Osimhen no win 2026 Nations Cup, he's going to go. His generation of footballers are going to go down as the worst group of players in Nigeria don't ever get them. They don't qualify for 2 World Cup. They don't go Nations Cup. They don't play third place. They don't play finals. But when it comes to Nations Cup, until you win the trophy, we need to credit you anyway. So if Osimhen and a group of friends them and the people they play now for Nigeria national team, if they don't win Nations Cup for 2026, Major no say it will be one of their generation will be the worst when Nigeria ever get them as footballers for that country. Thank you very much. Whew. See you guys tomorrow. Maybe we'll make flyer talk about MVT tomorrow. Thank you.